my my screen. I didn't realize how fuzzy it is. There you go. Maybe you guys can see me a little better. I just got out of the shower, blow dried my hair, getting ready. We had such a busy day today. We cleared some bridges, not under the bridges. We just went by and checked out several bridges. Tony was able to get the drone out and drone an area for me. I haven't gotten the footage of that, but he's got it, so that's good. And we looked at several different bridges that I think would be prime for sonar, boat searches. We went to an area, somebody had sent me like 5 or so bridges off of 49, Tennessee 49, and I tried, when you guys send me stuff, hey Chicky Chops, it's nice to see you. Me and you, Outer Banks, it's nice to see you all. Jules, Linda, Lisa, be always, it's nice to see you. It's nice to see you. Subby, Michelle, Rebecca, good evening, y'all. I usually, I'm utterly exhausted. It's like 8:30 my time, which is 9:30 my original time, which usually I'm asleep. Reach, Hope, Anita, Lisa, Tippy Toe, it's nice to see you. Terry, it's nice to see you as well. So we were able to get, I gotta say that somebody had sent me, they did a lot of time and they took screenshots of the area instead of putting the links in the email. So there were several areas that have the same exact address off of Tennessee 49 in different cities. So I went to the closest one and it was backwoods. I mean, there was no bridges. It took us like an hour to do like 4 of them, and there was literally no bridges out there. No bridges that went over water, no bridges at all. So it was like it wasn't defeating or anything like that, but we definitely know that it wasn't in that area. We can mark that whole area off our search grid. But I gotta say, we definitely tried to hit as many as we could. We found 2 full locations that might be prime for searching. We would have had 3, but one of those locations they had already previously cleared, and as a matter of fact was one of the areas that they had found something of concern, but after reviewing it, they realized it wasn't anything that was related to Sebastian's case, so they moved on. So that was good. A lot of people don't realize, hey, Sweet Misery, it's nice to see you. A lot of people don't realize when we're here, even with things, going on around us, we always keep Sebastian Rogers at the forefront. Our Taylor, we're not going to be supporting anything that Terry Lynn does. I'm officially done with her after finding out that she's hanging out with every single hate channel imaginable out here. I got nothing for her. I got no love for her. I got no respect for her. I don't really give a rat's ass. Don't be posting her stuff in my chat anymore. I'm done. I've washed my hands of her. I tried to give her another chance and tried to, show a little grace. And then after her having to, feel important again and going and running her mouth, and not only that, if it was truthful, it would be one thing, but it's constantly lies. And it always hurts Seth. The only person out here looking for a son, it always hurts him. She's got nothing nice to ever say about Seth. And you know what? At the end of the day, buzz off, Terry Lynn. Just buzz off. I literally want nothing to do with you. Talk shit about me. Go on every single hate channel and feel important for your 15 minutes. But just understand one thing. You gave up a real friend, me, for a bunch of trash bags that are going to end up stabbing you in the back and dragging you as soon as this case is over. So deuces, babe. I've given you every opportunity. I told you the drama I didn't like. You said you're not part of the drama, but here we are every freaking day. Drama, 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 drama. You are not a bullhorn at all. So don't sit there and ever use bullhorn in your name ever again, because you're not a bullhorn. You never will be. We have a little more class, and we definitely have a hell of a lot more integrity. So deuces, rock it out with your coffee beans out. I'm done. I listened to it. And you know what? There's sometimes you just got to stand alone in order to make an impact. And this lady can't stand alone. She doesn't know how to be a true friend to anybody. So maybe she's just in the very company that she needs to be in. But no, I'm done with her. You guys can go out there if you want to. I can tell you the search is whatever. Walk in circles. I don't know. I really don't care at this point. The only thing I care about is how Seth is being treated and the lies that constantly come out of her mouth. And it's just like, every time we try to give her an opportunity to be on the right side of things, she has to ruin it because she needs to be popular. She needs the clicks and views. She needs the freaking attention. Like, that will come if you do great work. But what you're doing is you've just made yourself uncredible, and nobody's going to, after this case, her channel's going to crash and burn. Watch, mark my words. I'm right about everything. You guys know I am. So, yeah. Tomorrow's going to be long, so anybody coming out, it's going to be prepared to be there literally all day. I had to drop over another $1,000, almost $1,100 today, almost $1,100 on court reporters and other legal expenses today. So, every time we have an opportunity to raise money to pay back what we already owe, we end up having to spend some of it for more legal stuff. So we're it just sucks. It just sucks. But that's okay. We gave ourselves 6 months. I think that channel will pull through in 6 months. So it's not a pressing issue, but we just got to stay focused on getting that money back, But I'm very thankful for everybody that has been so generous with your time and money. It has been going to, like I promised you, it wouldn't go to anything other than legal expenses, and it's going to nothing than the legal expenses. So, if it wasn't for you guys, I can guarantee this situation would be a lot worse for me, and I just really appreciate it. But you know what? At the end of the day, they wanted to distract from Sebastian, and here I am back in Tennessee, and we were able to work. Just saying. We were able to work. We were able to look for Sebastian. We were able to look at bridges. We were able to look at some waterways. We were able to get strategy for our next search, for our next adventure out here. It's just, what do we do? What are we here for? I went to jail advocating for Sebastian Rogers. I'm not going to let Sumner County, I'm not going to let these animals on the streets of YouTube distract from this boy any longer. I heard 2 content creators, now I didn't hear myself, I don't listen to the trash, but I heard 2 content creators basically accusing a man that was on film the whole night. Like, how stupid can you be? Like, literally, how idiotic can one person be to think that Seth is responsible? Can you please explain to me why he's on camera through the times that Sebastian went missing? But again, was there to unalive his son. Like, these creators and the creators that are now getting involved with felon channels is just amazing to me. And they wonder why nobody takes them seriously anymore. It's because you have no integrity. As soon as shit gets deep, you run and jump and go and get protection from the criminals. No different than the criminal parents that we cover on this channel on a daily basis. It's sickening to me. It's sickening to me. But we know who the good creators are, and we know who the trash creators are. And it even sounds like some of the good creators went over to the trash channels, and that tells you their integrity, right? So I was sitting there talking, and I'm like, we were out to dinner. There was another guest with us, and we got into the conversation of these channels, these hate channels. And then we learned through, I think it was Nick, that they're starting to reach out to his work. Remember, once upon a time, the other channels say they don't go real life. Remember that? It was only us. We go real life, and shame on us for going real life, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And I kept saying, they're always telling you to look over here so you're not looking over there. Well, they can't hide it anymore. These channels are trying to ruin people's lives for looking for this boy. Ruin their lives. And people want to know why I say, if you go to these channels, I want nothing to do with you. It's because you guys don't realize what you are supporting. You're supporting, like if it happened to them, they would be screaming for the rooftop about how unfair this is and how we're horrible people for going real life. But it's always okay for them to do it. It's always okay for them to try to get people fired from their legitimate job when these yahoos can't even get a freaking job at the Slurpee counter of a 7-Eleven. And every time I turn around, I see people going in there, good, respectable people. Why are you watching that trash? You know, every time you go in there, you are giving them money to continue this. Just like every time you come over here and you hate me so much, you're giving me money to continue this. I never called the health department, Brenda. You're a freaking idiot. Who told you that? All I did was call her out online. Dum-dum. You know, this is the idiocy, because somebody told you I called the health department, you just believe it? When have I called any department on anyone? You're a fucking idiot. You don't deserve to be in here at all. Bye. Don't come back. Please, by all means, don't come back. We don't need your kind over here. You're too stupid to be on the Bullhorn Betty channel. So, at the end of the day, and excuse me for cussing, I'm sorry, I've had a long day and I don't have time for stupidity. And it's just like, you know, I don't understand why they actually believe the horse manure coming out of these channels' mouths when they're caught over and over and over and over and over again lying. And lying through their teeth and lying about everything. But all of a sudden, it's true that I call a health department. Have you ever thought about asking for freaking receipts, dum-dum? It would be nice, right? It would be nice. Just saying. Just saying. So you got all these idiots that are here, right? A lot of idiots came into town to watch my court hearing, but they can't come into town to search for Sebastian Rogers. They can't come into town to help post flyers. Now that they're here, they'll do a little something, of course, so they don't look like the trash that they are. But they won't come here on their own accord to do the right thing. You know? It's very, very disheartening. It's very disingenuous rather. These people, they don't care about this boy. They don't care about destroying people's real life, right? So I'm going to say, fine, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. You guys have at it. I'm not going to hold you back anymore. You know, you guys want to go over there and trash them, trash them. If you don't, don't. I don't really care anymore. Because you know what? These people are destroying people that have good intentions because they don't like the commentary coming out of their mouth. Grow up. If you don't like it, change the channel. It's called being an adult. I know many adults can't quite get it because their mommy and daddy didn't teach them how to be an adult. So please, any parents in my chat, please teach your children how to be an adult, how to change the channel if they don't like it, and understand that if they don't like something, that's their problem, not the other person's. That it's their responsibility to excuse themselves from the situation, not stop the situation. You see how that works? It's called being an adult. And I know that a lot of people are lacking mommy and daddy or mommy and daddy's attention. Maybe there's just too many substances going on. I don't know. I don't really care. I just think people need to grow up. Tomorrow we'll be there all day. I really don't care about much of anything. We met our goal. We've got some local media there. We got Court TV that's going to be there. You know, that was our biggest concern because, to be honest with you, I've been treated very poorly in this community, and I want to make sure if they're going to violate my rights anymore that it's captured on national TV. And so we got what we wanted. National TV will be here, and you know, it's just one of those things. So I really am very confident in my attorney. My attorney's very good. He's respected around here. And I'm hopeful to see things move tomorrow. You know, these people lied. And I don't know why in the world that they would literally get on the witness stand to be made out to be liars in front of national TV. But hey, to each their own, right? To each their own. They're all going to be in the courtroom, which I know is what's bringing a lot of the attention and social media in. And I don't have qualms with social media being here because I really don't care. I'm on TV now, I'm on TV there. It doesn't really matter, right? But it's just what upsets me the most is they can't come out here to look for a 15-year-old boy, but they can come out here for Bullhorn Betty. That's the saddest part. That's the saddest part. Everybody keeps saying Bullhorn Betty makes it about Bullhorn Betty. No, I don't. They keep doing that. I keep trying to focus on Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. They're the ones that like all the chaos and drama to help their clients, which are typically the people that the reason why our victims missing or deceased, you know, is their clients, these hate channels clients, right? That's why they get paid $1,000 from families and stuff like that for billboards 7 months after their child goes missing, as if they can't put their own billboards up, right? Seems a little funny. Seems a little funny. So we'll continue to do what we do best, and that's victim focus. We are boots on the ground. We do not break the law. As a matter of fact, I think the only thing that's going to save me in this situation is the fact that I was overly cautious and I made sure that I understood exactly the laws, including the easements and the setbacks on people's property, to make sure I did not violate one single law in this county, and also made sure that everything was recorded. So I think that those things are going to play out. I think my work is legit. I think that I just feel like once the attorney or once the judge hears the real facts of this, he'll know what's really going on. And I feel like he'll see through it, because again, it was never the judge that violated my rights, in my opinion. You know, so we'll see how this all works out. I'm still trying to figure out how they're going to argue hashtags and statements made in Florida. I'm still like, these people are nuts. I gotta be honest with you. These people are freaking nuts. It's a shame that a citizen that went to jail didn't break any laws, but I guess lying under oath it's okay, right? It's okay. That's why we say Tennessee, this is the place to come if you want to, you know, get rid of a child. I've been saying it for 3 years. Tennessee's it. You see it with your own eyes. What did I tell you? The proof's in the pudding. The proof is literally slap dead in the pudding when you come to Tennessee. If this is not like a PR nightmare, I don't know what is. But hey, you know, I'll let them do their own digging. You know, what can you do? Yeah, we're Team Sebastian, no doubt, no doubt. Casey Anthony and Sue. Don't forget Don and Candace Wells. They'll be at the dining table taking notes. How do we get away with this? Oh no, right? There are so many backwoods, it's nearly impossible. Yeah, and that's what Tony and I were talking about when we were driving, because I can't remember what time we got out of the law firm. I want to say like right around noonish. And so we worked from noon until about 5:30. So we were out in the field for 5.5 hours, looking at all these damn bridges and everything's so wide. You know, it's pretty far. Things are, and I tried to do like a circle, you know, like a starting point, and do a nice little circle, so it wasn't like go here, go here, go here, go here, go here, you know. So I did like this like circle thing, and that worked out well. It was still a long trip, and of course you got to stop, you got to get out, you got to check, you know, figure out what's the depth. A lot of places were dismissed just by the simple fact that the water wasn't deep enough. And then you know, other ones look like, you know, it's one of those things where it's worth looking. But I'm not really, you know, I don't think it wasn't calling my name, so to speak. When I know what I'm looking for, it literally calls my name. Like you hear it, Betty, 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 Betty. You're getting closer. Oh, further. Right? It's like the Idaho 4. I pulled up on that property. I walked around it, you know, because it was freezing cold, and you guys remember all that ice on the thing, and you got to walk up the place where the driveway kind of goes up like this, And I'm sorry, but it was a little scary because, you know, you're walking, you don't know if you're going to, I mean, there was cars that couldn't make it up that were literally sliding back. You know, we had to be on, because where they set up the media and stuff like that. Well, those students were still driving to their dorms. And some of those cars were, you know, sliding back down toward us. I mean, you don't understand. That can be a very lethal situation. So you always, when we were out in front of the Idaho 4 house, you had to be alert. You know, I turned my back toward the road because I could see the camera. Well, you wanted the house, you know, I wanted the house behind me as well, but the camera helped, you know, guide me and let me see what was going on. And of course I have hearing problems. So, you know, I mean, sometimes I don't even notice anything's going on until somebody hits it, like, get your butt out of the way, you know, or the cops on the thing, can you please move out of the road? So, but it was a good day. We were able to cover some ground, you know, at least even though we didn't find anything, we were able to check stuff off. But the trips I did today were our audience, you know, emails from our audience related to the bridges. Somebody had sent me, I'm sure they know who they are because I know they probably remember Tennessee 49. Well, I went all the way over Tennessee 49. There was only a few bridges and it was not in any of the spots that you took the screenshot of. So I'm wondering, because I remember looking at him, and when I put the numbers in, it's like there were like there's like 2 addresses that were identical, and one's in one county and one's in the other. So if you guys are sending me screenshots, I need the city and state, or not the state, but I need more than just screenshots. And you can't just put pin drops and give me the longitude and latitude, because if there's not a link to it, it makes it very difficult for me to type it into the maps. So just a little stuff. But this is not going to be our last search effort here. I'm glad that we're able to finally start searching and start looking at areas and start clearing them off, you know, and just to let everybody know, we were on public roadways. We didn't go on any private property, and we were going over public bridges. For all the private property police out there that don't want this boy found, and the public property police out there that don't want this child found, we got receipts and we made sure we recorded everything. Everybody can kiss my white little butt. But I don't trust the people here, and I'm covering everything I do. You wanted to drag me back to your town? Well, I'm not going to sit in a freaking hotel room. I'm going to go out there and work. And that's exactly what Tony and I did. We went out there and worked, because at the end of the day, this distraction is from the people that do not want this boy found. And I'll be damned if I'm coming into this town and not putting my feet on and put shoe leather work into Sebastian Rogers, because that's exactly what these animals do not want, and we will never give them what they want. Ever. This boy means a hell of a lot more than we do. Okay. Sorry. May God reveal the truth in Sebastian's case. Those involved be held responsible. Praying for your protection, Betty, in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you for that. And I see some people up in the chat. It's nice to see you. Get a grip, Shani. You will really just... now I see why you blocked her. Okay. Okay. I didn't see that. Sorry about that, Seth. I thought you made a mistake. Praying this boy is found soon and that court rules in your favor tomorrow. They should have to pay attorney's fees and court costs due to the frivolous... I don't know how that will work, but we'll do one step at a time. We'll cross through what we need to cross through. And as always, you know, this does not change anything. We are Sebastian's army. We are Sebastian strong. And at the end of the day, it's our right to advocate for any case we choose to advocate for. It is our right to speak about any public interest case. And the way I read the Constitution, my government cannot tell me what I can and cannot say. Now, if the other side has a problem with the commentary, they're more than welcome to exercise their right to sue the crap out of me in civil court. But what they're doing is unlawful, in my opinion. And I think I have a lot to say about that. So until tomorrow, I'm going to keep my mouth shut about my true feelings. After tomorrow, we'll figure it out. Whatever the case may be, we're going to figure it out. I do appreciate all the love and support. I know there's a lot more love and support out there than there is hate, because at the end of the day, people want to help these cases. We wouldn't be doing all of this if it was just for a click and a view, because if it was just for a click and a view, then I would be everybody's best friend now, wouldn't I? And I refuse to do that, because in my world, it is quality over quantity. In all these hate channels world, it's quantity over quality. I'd rather have 5 people here that really truly want to help and put pen to paper to do that, versus 100 people sitting on the sidelines complaining about every single thing. Like we have complainers in our life all day long. We don't need them on teams, on our team, when we're searching for these kids, when we're searching for information, when we're web sleuthing, when we're trying to strum up leads to turn over to law enforcement and stuff like that. I'm so thankful for the FBI in this case. I'm absolutely 100% so thankful for the FBI. And, until I figure out, I'm absolutely, you guys know how I feel about the lead agency, so to speak. And again, I'll withhold commentary until tomorrow afternoon. It sounds to me like, in all fairness, tomorrow is going to be an all-day thing. So if you're coming in, whether you love me or hate me, it doesn't really matter. Be prepared to be there all day long. We'll probably be walking out of there at 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't know how they're going to handle, certain things. Thank you, Lisa. Keeping you in my prayers. I'm behind you 100%. I've got faith in you. You've got this. Keep your head up. Anyone who watches you knows the truth. You are dedicated to Sebastian and Seth. That is absolutely 100. And I feel so bad for everything that Seth has gone through. And I know that, like, Nick the Hat's taking some of that pressure off. And then, of course, they're trying to destroy his life. So these people are allowed to destroy anybody's lives. And you guys are just going to continue to support them, right? You're just going to continue to support them. You don't like our commentary. You don't care about the First Amendment. You don't care about the Second Amendment. When it comes knocking on your freaking door, I bet you're going to care, because I can guarantee you keep pissing people off on these platforms and keep trying to cause them problems. The tables will turn, because it looks like what you guys are doing to everybody in this case, all it's going to do is make them turn on you. And you guys are so much into attention that you guys are going to eat yourselves alive, because you're going to start stabbing yourselves in the back once you guys need to fight for your own clicks and your views. That's why I'm not in for the clicks and the views, right? Because what ends up happening is somebody has to outshine another person. Next thing you know, you got to fight. Next thing you know, you're kicked to the curb. Next thing you know, you're being trashed. Oh boy. Next thing you know, you're another Bullhorn Betty. Wow. The difference is I got balls. So there is that. I guarantee if half these animals had to walk 5 minutes in my shoes, they would be in a padded room. But we keep it real. We keep moving forward. And no matter what they've tried to do to destroy us, we are still standing. We're still growing. And we will continue to do that. I challenge all creators to come out and help with the searches on Saturday the 14th for haters. Put up or shut up. Yeah, well, you guys are going to probably have a whole bunch of haters, because that's all Terry Lynn has aligned with this week, is nothing but haters. How can you have people trashing the boy's father and trying to say you care about the boy? The boy loves his dad. The boy cares about his dad. The boy, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, the name that his father, Seth Rogers, gave to him. And it's a real shame that you're going to align with everybody that has caused so much damage. Everybody that has tried to destroy anybody that has helped. That's who Terry Lynn is aligning with right now. She was out with them and everything else. How can that be respectful? How can that be respectable? Every single person she's hanging out with right now has tried to destroy Seth, has tried to destroy Tony, and has tried to destroy me. Real life. Not just, you know, talking crap on social media. Literally tried to destroy their lives and their livelihoods. So you guys have decisions. You as an audience have decisions. And your decisions are you can be destructive or you can help. Those are your decisions. I can't make you do it. But you need to decide what's more important to you. Is all this stress, anxiety, and hate worth it? Is it worth it? Because only the audience that are going over and supporting these hate channels that do nothing but destructive things, you are destroying people's lives. How would you like somebody to find out your boss's information and start working to fire you from your job? Because if it can happen to me, believe me, it can happen to you. So the best thing you can do to help is stop watching the hate channels. Unsubscribe. That is what each and every one of you can do. You can say you are tired of the real life. You are tired of the destruction that they are causing. There's no point in reporting. I can tell you that right now. There's absolutely no point in reporting. YouTube don't give a crap. Okay? That's why when people say, reporter, I just laugh at them. Like, you guys are idiots. You guys waste entirely too much time. It does absolutely no good. So when you guys are sick and tired of all the drama, then these hate channels' subscriber counts should go down. If not, then quit complaining about the destruction that they're doing, because you're basically condoning it. You're condoning it with your view. You're condoning it. Even if you thumb down, that's still activity on their account. You know, you got to look at it that way, because these people are trying to destroy people's lives for no other reason than trying to help out in a case. Oh, and by the way, they don't like the commentary because they're freaking Hitler, right? They're Hitler. They own you. They own your mouth, your thoughts, your mind. They own my mouth, my thoughts, my mind. Aren't you glad that a bunch of felons don't own you? Because I'm definitely glad a bunch of felons don't own me. Just saying. So tomorrow is a big day, as many of you know. So I don't know when I'll go live. You know, as soon as the court is over, I'm most likely going to be doing some interviews. Whatever the verdict is, I'll be doing interviews regardless. Oh, unless they take me to jail. Then I won't be doing any interviews. But I don't think they're going to take me to jail. I haven't done anything wrong in their county. And what a shitstorm that would have caused. I mean, they think just the arrest caused a shitstorm in this county. Can you imagine them actually sentencing me to jail for doing breaking no laws? That, I mean, there would be people flying in from all over the country, probably all over the world, raising hell in this county. So I'm just saying, you know, and I mean raising hell. Signs on every corner, bullhorns, loud, obnoxious shit. Because people will actually absolutely have enough, because there's enough love for me that these haters don't realize, that will absolutely rise up to the test. Absolutely. I already know that like 20 people have already reached out to me and told me that they will be coming in. If God forbid something happens to me, they said that they'll take off work. They're coming in. So we'll see how all tomorrow goes. I don't think I'm going to jail tomorrow. I don't think it's that kind of hearing, but we'll see. You know, if I was a little more scared, maybe. I don't know. Jailhouse Betty, just another Betty. Just another Betty. Oh, good gracious, good gracious. Actually, you know what? Maybe we should. Maybe does anybody make dolls? I need a doll designer. Well, we're gonna have to talk. We need to get a Betty line. You know, we got to get Sweaty Betty, Machete Betty, Bedhead Betty, Jailhouse Betty, Yard Man Betty, Trash Man Betty, Dog Walker Betty, Dog Pooper Scooper Betty. And then we got to have the sidekick, you know, Delilah Bullhorn. I do. Misty, I miss her so much. I call my mom and I'm like, I put her on and I'm like, I just want to talk to my dog. Get the hell out of the way, lady. Just move it on over. Just show me the dog. Hi, honey. Mommy's here. I love you so much. I love you so much. Well, you know, Ma, get out of the way. Oh, by the way, Ma, I love you too. Now you can move. Can I have my dog back, please? And then, of course, my mom's on the phone with me, and her and I are chatting. We like chatted for like 20 minutes. And she's like, oh, she wants up. And then she's like, nope. She did it again. I said, Mom, I told you she's in her terrible twos. And she's like, I didn't know what you were meaning. I said, she tells you no. I said, I don't know where this no has come from. But, you know, she always wants up, but she wants to do it herself. Well, she's too small to do it herself. She doesn't quite realize she can't get up on the bed without help. And so my mom's reaching her hand out there, and then she wants to get all feisty and go, you know, and think Mom's trying to play with her when Mom's just trying to give her a hand up. And she's got her tail wagging. She's like, oh. Well, I don't care if Terry Lynn was invited to go with them. She should have known she was walking into a trap. I'm sorry. When you have a whole group of people that do nothing but trash a father that's out there looking that she's supposed to be helping, and you're sitting and breaking bread with those people and laughing, and these people done such destruction to me, such destruction to Seth, and such destruction to Tony, you've made your decision, right? You've made your decision. Me, when I come into town, I have no problem eating all by myself. Not a problem at all. But one thing I would never do is sit down and break bread with people that have injured an innocent father. There ain't no way in hell. None. I'll be friendly. You walk up to me at my table, be like, hey, how you doing? Jesus, can we sit here? You know, I'm kind of working. Right? Do you guys see it any other way? Do you guys see it playing out any other way? The only other way it's going to play out is, can you please get away from my table? I don't want the stench over here. Right? Betty, if people we don't like are willing to search, we search for Sebastian. Not when it's for clicks and views. Not when it's for popularity. No. 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 I'm not going to stand with her. I'll do my own search independently. Absolutely not. No. So we went out there today. You know, I'm sorry. I just feel all kinds of ways with, you know, it's like every time I try to give her, or I try to tell people that she's good and this, that, and the other, then she does something to put her own nail in her own coffin. You know, I have done as much damage control as I can possibly do for that lady. And every time I turn around, she always lets me down. And you know why she always lets me down? Because she has to be liked. That's why she always lets me down. You know what personal freedom is? Personal freedom for me is making sure that I don't answer to anybody, that nobody controls me. That, hey, if you love me for who I am. If you don't, there's the door. You know? Personal freedom is not being held back because you have a problem sitting alone. You have a problem going to bed alone. You have a problem being alone. Prayers. Oh, thank you, Suzanne. God bless you. And so I think that's her biggest problem. Her biggest hurdle she's going to have to learn. But she's going to learn the hard way because she's associated with some pretty nasty people. And those pretty nasty people are going to let her down. And you know what? When she realizes she had a real friend with me and she's got fair weather friends with them, she's going to want to be my friend. And I'm going to say no. Because you do that once, you'll do that again. And I ain't got no time for it. That's how I roll. You're giving I give everybody an opportunity when they meet me. All they have to do is keep it and not lose it. I give everybody, when you meet me, you are my friend. You have to lose my friendship, right? Everybody's my friend when I first meet them. You have to literally lose my friendship. And if you cannot keep my friendship, then you got some serious problems. Because one, I'm a very loyal person. I'm a very hard worker. And I don't put up with BS. So if you're looking for friends that do put up with BS, I'm not your friend. You know? But to hear the stuff that keeps constantly coming out of Terry Lynn's mouth, that one has been, I had two major things came out of her mouth. The poker game and what was the other thing? It was related to Seth. The poker game. Oh, and Seth was out of work for 2 hours. We debunked both of those. And you guys know that that was one of the biggest reasons why I separated and removed anything Terry Lynn off my plate. But you know what? She was out there at the jail, and I thought she was changing over and turning over a new leaf. So I was willing, which I never do, but for the sake of this case, I gave her a second chance, and in 3 weeks, she's burnt that bridge again. So that bridge will not be repaired. That's my line in the sand. And you know, it just shows me that we just stand alone. We don't need people to support us in the public spotlight, right? We have a lot of support. I mean, shit, Court TV's coming in, right? Not everybody can pull that off. Just saying. Just saying. So it was a lot of work, a lot of effort, and it was a lot of work and a lot of effort on everybody involved here to make sure I had a fighting chance in that courthouse tomorrow. So I do appreciate it, but after tomorrow, when this stuff is done, it's done. We move on, and we find Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Once it's done, we're done. Okay? We are done with the BS. We're done with the nonsense. At the end of the day, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers keeps getting lost in all of this BS. And it will not happen again. Okay? It just won't. We're going to be balls to the walls. We're going to be advocating, and we are going to let the information that we know out. That's what's going to end up happening. All right, guys, I love you. God bless you. This is kind of it for me tonight. I wasn't even going to come. I was so tired when I got back here. I wasn't even going to go live, but I know I haven't been live. I didn't want you guys getting worried. I'd already started getting some emails. Are you okay? All that other stuff. So, I wanted to make sure that that I got on here and just let you guys know I am truly okay. We just made it a work day, As many of you know, I tried explaining that the court was not going forward today, so anybody that showed up there was an idiot, because I said it over and over again, there was no court today. But it takes, they work at a snail's pace in the courthouse. I don't think they have like what we have in Florida, where everything's just automated, and you make one change in this, it like goes on everything simultaneously. I don't think they have those programs here. So it sounds like they have to manually enter everything. So you can imagine that is so like 2000 for Florida. No offense. So I think that's what the confusion was. So tomorrow, I'm hearing that my name is at the bottom of the list. We're hoping that the judge goes in order, but it just might be one of these things where we're going to be there literally all day. I hope that wasn't going to be the case, but it is what it is. We'll get through it. And we'll come out ahead. I'm just glad and thankful that we do have a camera crew there from Court TV. We have I'm hoping other local media, but if it's not other local media, that's fine. But I'm pretty sure we are, because again, this is a big thing. Even my case aside, right? My case aside, it doesn't really matter. I hear people are trying to stalk me. People were sending me posts about where I'm allegedly at, and I had to start cracking up, and that's all I'm going to say about that. People have entirely too much time on their hands, and let's be honest, they're never right. I'm just saying, they are never right. They are never right. You were on the Nashville news yesterday. They will be there. Awesome. Oh, good. I hope it's at Channel 4. We reached out to them. I sent everybody the paperwork. Like, everybody knows this is nonsense. You know, I mean, to be honest with you, you can look at my videos and compare my videos to what's in the statement and know that they're horse crap. You know, it just seems like a seasoned detective would have seen right through there unless she was complicit. Just saying. I don't know if that's the case. Just saying. Just saying. Yeah, I'm screaming freedom of speech. But it's not just freedom of speech. It's freedom of press. My government can't tell me what I can and cannot talk about. We are not in frickin' North Korea. We are not in China. This is frickin' America. Has anybody heard of it here in Tennessee? This place called America? Because you're part of it. Just, even if you don't think you are. Just saying. It's like, I feel like I'm in the frickin' Twilight Zone out here. They lied about what you did. Of course they did. But hopefully tomorrow there will be some clarification. There's going to be some clarity. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, all we can do is show up, right? Is show up and put our best foot forward. My attorney didn't want me to wear heels. And I'm like, well, I only got heels. He's like, are they the pointy kind? I'm like, no. I got a broke leg and a freaking bad back. They're a freaking wide ass, you know, the heel's wide, okay? When you have backs like me, the stilettos are out of here, okay? I'm sorry. Anybody that has a back like mine, as crooked as a politician, cannot wear stilettos, okay? You will be on your butt in like 2 seconds flat. Oh, the snake boots. Can you, actually, I'd probably be more in line. I told him, I said, well, like, you know, I do have these black boots. He's like, can you put your breeches, your pants leg on the outside of them? I said, I'm not that kind of boot. And he's like, oh, well, you might want to just stay with the heels. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I'm breaking attorney-client privilege. But it was funny. It was funny. And he said, he goes, do you have any smaller hoops? Like, what's wrong with my hoops? What, next thing you know, you're going to want me to go cut my hair and dye it? Like, what do you think this is? I'm not walking down the freaking runway here. Well, one of the things I heard on Megan Fox is that if Court TV was there and ran it, she would cover it. So I'm interested in her commentary on it. But, you know, I don't know. You know, again, I really don't know what to expect here. You know, I feel like I'm going into the lion's den. I literally trust no one. I don't even trust law enforcement here. You know, to be honest with you, I trust no one. I think that this is... this was a bad move for them. I think this was a bad move for them politically. It doesn't matter. I mean, the witch hunt or whatever, they can throw me in jail. It still looks really, really poor that they're jailing a journalist but can't seem to bring a 15-year-old boy home and seems off of pretty chummy with the people that last saw this boy. Just saying. It's not a good look. And they can jail me for saying that all day long, but at the end of the day, it's not a freaking good look. It looks really off. It looks horrible, especially in an election season. Especially in an election season. So, you know, this is not good for them at all. And anybody that's living in this area, whoever's in office right now in these departments, I would vote the opposite. Just saying. Just saying. Vote the opposite. I've lost, you know... We should have listened, you know. Seth is in law enforcement. He respects law enforcement. And he keeps button heads with this law enforcement department. And you know what? I know Seth, and Seth really, I know people paint him as this horrible person, but he really is a straight shooter. I will tell you like this, like he is a like straight shooter. I was driving, okay, and we were going out. I picked him up to take him out to lunch. Do you know that he is a speedometer Nazi? He's like, you're speeding, but it's only 2 miles an hour, but you're speeding. And I did do a California roll through a stop sign. He did not like that at all. He's like, I am a deputy sheriff. I can't be. I'm like, well, okay. Can you just not look at the speedometer? You won't know. You know, I'm working it. Like, I'm trying to figure out why he's looking at my speedometer, you know? But that just tells you, like, he doesn't even like going over the speed limit. What would inspire anybody that this man has done something criminal? This man is like literally a straight shooter. And half of the people, actually the majority of the people that are pointing fingers at him are literally felons, convicted felons. Yeah, let's go ahead and listen to them. They got to get it right? It's crazy. Maybe the Daily Mail will cover it too. It'd kind of be funny because you know that me and their photographer, I can't remember his name, but we ended up covering like 5 or 6 cases back to back. It's like every time I turn around, we're like, hey, it was like Quentin Simon. And we're sitting there talking, and like Brett Buffington and his camera guy gets up there, and we're hearing all the stories about them blocking a driveway, and I'm like, you did what? You know you can't do that. Don't you? I'm giving them lectures. I mean, you can't do that. And so I think I'd gotten a little hot water, but I don't think the Daily Mail guy was part of that, but he was taking the photos of it. So, God, I gotta remember his name. He's got dark hair. It's curly. It comes down to the shoulder length. But he's just nice and as sweet as all day long. He's just a sweet guy. And golly, I wish I could. I'll have to catch his name the next time because he always comes up and says hi to me, and I always forget his name. I don't know why I forget his name, but it's something very simple, and I just, for the life of me, can't remember. James, maybe it might be James. I don't know. He's tall. He's dark, but he's got like shoulder length hair, and it's like curly. He's got gorgeous hair. Good gracious. It is a crime for a man to have hair that gorgeous. I'm just saying, okay? It is freaking crime. If I can't have hair that gorgeous, it's not fair. Why can't we cancel hair? Why can't we cancel good hair? Why do we have to cancel good people? Just saying. Seth, I pray with all my heart. You get your son back home with you. I know. He needs his son back. Hey, love it. It's nice to see you. I'm trying to decide which shirt I should wear because I got black pants. I'm going to be wearing black heels. And I've got and of course I got, a jacket. And so I have like this green and white like flower shirt, but I feel like it's going to make the outfit too, I'm going to have to look at it tomorrow. I'm going to have to try it. I'm going to have to put both shirts on and see which one I like tomorrow. So I'm either going to be in a green shirt or I'm going to be in a red shirt. I haven't decided yet. So we'll get it. They won't let cameras in the courtroom unless they apply for a press pass. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the way. They're going to keep it. It's going to be the news organizations. Like they're not going to let social media go in there. I'm sorry, they just don't. Not unless you fill up. They will. I've done it before. But you have to go through the process and get approved before you can do it. It's not one of those things where you can just walk in and say, I'm social media, I'm part of the press. It doesn't work that way in courtrooms. You've got to be approved. And so there's only, and like I said, I have been approved in a court before, but it took me a lot longer to get approved than like say a normal person. So I can't remember what I think it's because it was my very first time. And I can't even remember. It was out of state. Where the heck was it? I wonder if it was Lonnie Simon's case. No, it wasn't. It wasn't local, so I remember it wasn't local. I was out of state, and I can't remember what state I was in. Can't for the life of me remember. But I remember it being a process. It wasn't, especially for me. It was something I remember having to argue. God, I can't remember where it was. I know it wasn't the Idaho case because they let us all in. We were able to be on the media stage and everything, and we only had to have our placards around our neck, and they let us in. They didn't argue with us. The only problem is that I needed better equipment there because I needed to zoom in. We were so far out because it was such a big arena. It was the Kitty Dome. It wasn't them. I'll have to think about it. I'll have to get back with it. Oh, SPED teacher, happy birthday. If we were in the studio, I'd have to get my birthday hat on and sing you a little tune. Good to see you in the jail experts up in here. Good to see all the jail experts up in here. Yeah, well, you know what? I was sitting there, and Tony was laughing at me. I didn't take light to his comedy. He goes, "So you could be in jail on your birthday," and I'm like, "Damn, that sucks to be in jail on your birthday and not even do anything to Usually when somebody goes to jail on their birthday, they usually have quite the story to say about it. What did you do?" I didn't break the damn law. What do you think? Oh, no, that can't be true. Yeah, I drove on a public roadway. Sorry, criminal of the year over here. Criminal of the year. Just really sharp and professionally. Yeah. Well, we'll do our best tomorrow, guys. I don't know what to expect. I don't think I'm going to jail. I think everybody's coming here thinking they're gonna see Betty go to jail. Like what animals? You can't go search for a little kid, but you can come in town to watch somebody that's been searching for them for months go to jail. Idiots. No respect. I have literally no respect. I'm not even going to call them out by name because they don't deserve my platform at all. I think they're shit. I think karma will get them. And actually, at the end of the day, they're so unloyal. They're going to stab each other in the back and they're going to destroy each other. So I really don't have a whole lot to worry with. Aw, thank you, DJ. God bless you. But we'll see how everything goes, guys. It's already 60 minutes. I hung in there. Yay. But I do have to go to sleep. You guys know that tomorrow's going to be a long day. We're meeting some people first thing in the morning, and then we'll be heading to court. So we'll see what that looks like tomorrow. I don't foresee me going live until after court, and it might be several hours after court because again, depending on how late we get out of court, it could be up to couple 2 to 3 hours before I can respond. But I'll try to go live just as soon as I break away from everything and everyone, and what have you. Guys, thank you so much for all your love and support. Just know that the money is going to the attorney's fees. We haven't started paying back any of the money that we borrowed because every time I finally get some money to pay that back, another expense pops up. So if it wasn't for all of you, we'd be in a lot worse condition right now than we are right now. So God bless you. That's the power of the coffee club. And I really do appreciate and love each and every one of you. And thank you so much for loving me and keeping the Bullhorn Betty name out there. More importantly, keeping Sebastian's name alive when so many people are trying to take that boy's voice because they want to hide what happened to him. And we're not going to allow that to happen. So just remember, God is wrapping us with his armor. We pray to God that armor is not pierced tomorrow, but we will see. I'm a fish out of water here. I do not trust anybody, and I think I'm going into the lion's den, but I'm going to go into that lion's den with my head held high because I know I didn't do anything wrong. Losing my cool is not justifiable for an arrest. Sorry, it's just not. So keep the prayers going. We love you. Rock it out with your coffee beans out. Don't forget to be fearless. If you see something, say something. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And until next time, please be safe. But more importantly, please quit being the dirtbags on YouTube and be kind to one another. Okay? Kick the trash to the trash can and let's move in a positive direction for the betterment of all these cases, not just Sebastian's. Talk to you soon.